Dear students, welcome to our science episodes. Today we are going to discuss accompanied forces with motion. Accompanied forces with motion. Every day you may watch things like the passengers or the driver of vehicles, whether car or bus, are rushed forward once the vehicle suddenly stops, and the passengers are rushed back once the vehicle starts motion suddenly from rest. Today we are going to discuss accompanied forces with motion, like inertia, friction, and forces inside living things. The first one is inertia, and we are going to discuss this activity together. Once you carry some plastic cubes on your palm, stretch your arm forward and walk forward fast and stop at once. What will happen? The cubes will move forward and fall down to the ground. And the conclusion is that the cubes on your palm are in motion while you are moving. When you stop, the objects keep moving because of something we call inertia. It is the same idea when the driver applies the brakes. The force of inertia causes the body of the driver to move forward when the car stops suddenly. This is inertia activity 2. Just place a piece of cardboard paper on the top of the glass cup and put a coin on it. Use your finger to push the paper forward quickly. You will find that the coin will remain static and fall into the cup. It will not move with the paper, because the coin will resist the sudden movement of the paper due to its inertia. So it remains static and fall down. And this is the same when the vehicle moves forward from rest and the passengers move backward due to forces of inertia that act on objects at rest. What is inertia? How can we define inertia? Inertia is the property of an object to resist change of its state of rest or motion at a regular speed in a straight line unless an external force acts upon it. Or we can say that each object can change its state of rest or motion unless an external force acts upon it. Do you remember when we said that the object in motion will keep moving until a force acts on it? And also, the object at rest will keep itself at rest unless a force acts on it. This is inertia. So, the moving object will keep moving unless it is stopped. And the object at rest will keep at rest unless it is moved. Give reason why does a football player rush forward and fall on the ground if he is tripped during running? The same idea. This is because the body of the football player tends to keep its state of motion due to inertia. Why do the blades of the fan keep moving after turning off the electric current? It's also due to inertia. The blades of the fan tends to keep its state of motion. Another example. Did you ever watch horse race? Why does the horse rider fall down if the horse stops suddenly? This is because the body of the horse rider keeps its state of motion due to inertia. He's trying to keep its state of motion. But when the horse stops suddenly, the body keeps moving. If we want to connect inertia with real-life examples, the best is the safety belt of the car. Safety belts work on stopping the forces of inertia and preventing the injury to the passengers of the vehicle when a sudden change in motion occurs. Friction. Do you know how to ride a bike? Then ride your bike and move forward. Apply the brakes to make the bike stop. The bike, of course, will stop if the brakes, of course, are working. Friction between the brakes and the wheel result in slowing down of the bike, and it stops in a while. But what is friction? Just try to rub your hands together. This is friction. When two moving objects are sliding and touching each other while moving. This is friction. Let's see together. Friction is a force between a moving object and the surrounding medium, whether it's ground, air, or water. And the friction is working against motion. It slows down the motion or trying to stop it. Benefits of friction. It prevents feet from slipping on roads during walking. It helps to stop and start cars' motion. Transfer of motion between gears and belts. What are the harms of friction? Loss of mechanical energy in the form of heat. Parts of the machines get hot, and this causes expansion of these parts, decreasing their performance. Also erosion of machine parts and their damage. Now, can you give reason for the following? Car tires are covered with a very coarse substance to increase the friction between the car tires and the ground to prevent slipping. Lubricating and oiling mechanical machines to decrease the friction between the parts of the machine and prevent erosion. The third type of forces that we are going to discuss are forces inside living things. And these are forces inside the living systems that enable living organisms to do their biological functions and operations. Look to this heart. This is the heart muscles. The heart muscles contraction and relaxation help the heart to pump blood to all body parts, and this creates the pulse inside the blood vessels. Transportation of liquids through pores and walls of cells from the lower concentration to the higher concentration. Also the contraction and the relaxation of the skeletal muscle to move the body parts. What about plants? Transfer of water and salts from the soil to the roots, to the stems, to the leaves. And this process takes place against gravity. Time for questions. Choose the correct answer. Inertia, effect. Objects at rest, objects in motion and at rest, moving objects only. Both objects in motion and at rest. Mechanical machines are lubricated with oil. Decrease, friction, inertia, gravity. Friction. It is a benefit of friction. Prevention of slipping. Machines part get hot. Erosion of machine parts. It's the prevention of slipping. Write the scientific term. The property of an object to resist change of its state of rest or motion at a regular speed in a straight line unless an external force acts upon it. This very long definition is for inertia. It is a resulting force between a moving object and the surrounding medium. whether ground, air, water, against motion. Friction. List some of the harmful effects of friction. Loss of mechanical energy in the form of heat. Parts of the machines get hot, expansion of these parts and decreasing their performance. Erosion of machine parts and their damage. Thank you. Dear students, thank you for watching and see you later in other science episodes.